Very exciting day here on the Extreme Channel because we are reviewing a statue that I don't own. Number 2 does. This is Baby Grogu, or Yoda, from Iron Studios. Are you going to speak at all? She's not up here against her will, I promise. As the Extreme Channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we are giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Welcome to the Extreme Channel. I'm Mr. X. Are you mute? If I had known I could keep you quiet by putting you on camera, I would have put you on camera a long time ago. So I'm Mr. X. This is my daughter, number 2. And she is a huge fan of Baby Yoda, or Grogu. Check out this video right here where we recently did a tour in her room and you can see her Baby Yoda collection. And one of them was this Iron Studios quarter scale Baby Yoda. Now, I bought this for her for Christmas this past year. I bought it a few months back. I bought it on Sideshow Seconds. That's a website off of Sideshow who distributes for Iron Studios that if the box is damaged, you get 15% off. Anything to add? No. She spoke. However, about 2 weeks ago, even though we've had this in the house for about 4 months, they put it on Sideshow on their daily deals for like 35% off. I could have even gotten a better deal. So these are still available. If you're interested in one after this review today, check out the link in the description below on where to buy statues. But we're going to review him today, and normally I have him rotating on the turntable. I don't have that happening because the mic's right here and the turntable makes a little bit of a buzz. But we're going to do a full review, look at every different part of him. And why do you like Baby Yoda, aka Grogu, so much?
It's Baby Yoda.
Because it's Baby Yoda. Very thoughtful, very insightful. So I have another question for you. When you have to write an essay for school, is it very succinct and simplistic like that, or do you expand? I gave you an this or that, not a yes or no.
The first one.
The first one's very succinct. So if you had to write an essay on tell me about the solar system, would you say it's big? Would that be your whole paper?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Now, before we dive into the review, let's talk a little bit about Baby Yoda. So we know he's not Baby Yoda. He's the same species as Yoda. Were you ever a fan of Yoda?
No.
No, but was he too old looking?
Yeah.
And old people are gross?
Sure.
So, anyway, what I really like about Baby Yoda is, first of all, let's talk about what I don't like. I don't like his name. Do you agree? Grogu's a stupid name.
Yeah.
What would you name him?
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. Should we have named you Baby X? So, Baby Yoda is carrying the entire weight of the Star Wars franchise on his shoulders. When he came out, people were actually enamored and wowed for a few different reasons. One, we always like characters that can use the Force, move stuff with their mind. And two, what else is so great about Baby Yoda?
It's Baby Yoda.
It's Baby Yoda, but he's incredibly cute. Wouldn't you agree? I'm so glad you're sitting here with me and adding so much context and content to this video. But anyway, what is really cool about that is it really shows that great things come in small packages. That's not what she said. So anyway, a small character can make such an impact not only on the storyline itself, but be followed by millions and millions of people. Now, as a disclaimer, like I said, if you went and watched that kid's room tour video, you'd see this is not the only Baby Yoda figure she has. We do have a review on one of the other ones, which is from Sideshow Collectibles, this life-size Baby Yoda as well. Now, I know you don't like being on camera, so I just thought of a great idea. You'll probably take your hood off. Okay. All right, is that better? All right, see what you look like? Okay, perfect. So anyway, this is from Mandalorian, which is a Disney Plus series. If you didn't know that, I don't know why the hell you're watching. But I believe this is from season 2, isn't it? You can still speak with that on. It changes your voice. Try it. Say rubber baby buggy bumpers. So I believe this is from season 2 when he was on the planet where Boba Fett was, I believe. It's been a while since I've seen it. And he was meditating on this rock. He was sending out signals. And Din Djarin, or the Mandalorian, responded and came and saved him. I think that it was like that. I can't remember exactly. Do you remember? You just remember you love Baby Yoda? Now, do you really not remember, or are you just saying no because you're on camera?
I don't.
Okay. See? I didn't even recognize your voice. By the way, this is a custom Mandalorian mask I got from Etsy, actually, but it's pretty badass in my opinion. But anyway, let's dive into the traditional review categories, starting with concept. This is obviously a film or movie-based character, and they took a scene, as I said, directly from the actual series. So what we have here is he's on this planet. They added some rocks and vegetation on the bottom, and then he's on this big stone that has this ecliptic Jedi writing around it, and he's on top in a meditation yoga pose. Not only is it a yoga pose, but there are wisps of, what do you think this is?
Snow.
Of snow coming up, clear, transparent snow. At least it's not yellow, right? But Baby Grogu has a few different portraits we're going to look at. He looks absolutely amazing. I think it's great whenever you're doing a movie piece. While I don't think it's necessary, you take a direct shot from the film. I think conceptually you can do a combination of shots from the film. Here they took that direct shot, and I think it's great. I think they accomplished what they want. Even though it's a small piece because he is a baby, it is a 4 out of 5 in concept, in my opinion. What do you give it out of 5?
6.
6. She thinks the concept's a 6 out of 5. Design is pretty simplistic, and honestly, there's some cool stuff with it. So we're not going to unbox it and assemble it, but obviously the base is one piece. The upward snow is all one piece. And then Baby Grogu is actually one piece besides his head is a separate piece because there are 2 different portraits. So first portrait is one with his eyes closed. And I like both of the portraits quite a bit. The second portrait is his eyes open. Like I said, they're both pretty cool. Which one do you actually like better? So you like that one with the eyes open. Why do you like that one better?
Because he can see.
Because he can see. But he uses the Force, so if his eyes are closed, he might be moving stuff with his mind, right?
Yeah.
So let's measure him. The diameter is, with the rocks jutting out, about 13 inches. So that's from the wide side. What do you think it is front to back?
13.
Yes, it's the same. And then the tallest part is this upward snow, which is about 9 inches. Now you have to display the upward snow, otherwise there's huge keyholes left behind. Now, one really cool thing about this piece is the light up feature. So it does have a light up feature via USB. So here's a picture of it not lit up. And then there's a button on the back that you can push to light it up. So I think that's pretty cool. So overall, very simplistic, not a lot going on. But I like that they tried to kind of doll it up or church it up, if you will.
Joe Dirte?
Don't try and church it up, son. Don't you mean Joe Dirt?
All right, so knowing that with the design, what would you give it for a score?
5.
5 out of 5? Mm-hmm. All right, perfect. I would probably give it a 4 or a 3 out of 5. But we're going with your scoring today. Next, we're going to look at paint and sculpt. Now, normally we do video, but we're going to do some close-up photos here. So first, let's look at the rocks on the base, the ones around it. So the rocks around the base here, I would have liked to see a little bit more texture. I do like that they are a similar yet different color than the large rock he's sitting on. What do you think of the rocks?
Same thing you too.
Same thing I do. Then you have some mixed media plants. So mixed media means it's not actually stone or sculpted. These look okay. I think these could have been done better. I think they add a little bit of color to it, so I like that they added them, but they do have a little bit of a plastic feel. What do you think?
I agree.
The big rock he's sitting on, I like a lot. They added some different texture and colors in it, which really, I think, bring it out and highlight different parts of it. You know, it's hard when the character is really small and you have to make the base 10 times bigger than him. And then, along with that Jedi or ancient writing that's in there, I think it looks really good with or without the light-up feature. Any comments on that?
No.
The upward snow, when it's turned off and the light-up feature's not going through it, it looks okay. I know what they tried to do. I'm glad this is semi-translucent. It wouldn't have been as good, I think, if it was solid painted. So again, it's okay in my opinion. But the real star of the show is Baby Yoda. They did an absolutely amazing job on Baby Yoda. His fully sculpted jacket or onesie or whatever he's wearing looks amazing. There's so much detail in the fabric. The colors, again, are very similar to the rock he's sitting on, which is just part of the storyline, but it still differentiates him from the rock really well. His skin is a translucent resin, and both portraits look absolutely amazing. I mean, the detail on these is one of my favorite of all the Baby Yoda pieces I have seen. I think this looks better than Sideshow's life size, which typically the larger you get, the easier it is to add detail and realism, but I think this is better. They knocked it out of the park, the little bit of hair you can see on the back. And again, I think both portraits are absolutely amazing. They added that coloring around his cheeks, the inside of his ears, really, really impressive. So we have to grade the paint and sculpt together. I think the paint's really clean. I'm going to give the paint a 5 out of 5 on this. I'm really impressed with it. What do you think?
5.
5. Sculpt, while Baby Yoda I think is a 6 out of 5, because apparently we can do that.
Yeah.
The rest would be much lower for me, so I don't know where it lands for sculpt. What do you give it?
4.
4 out of 5 on the sculpt. Is that because of the base or because of Yoda?
The rocks.
The rocks. Okay, fair enough. So value, like I said, this guy's still available. They made 650 of these. 650. They retailed for $520 each. That is okay. So size-wise, even though he's much tinier, the entire statue is about the size of a normal premium format or quarter scale from Sideshow Collectibles. So I think the value is decent. However, we have to look at the fact that they've been trying to sell them for 15 and 35% off. So that tells me people aren't buying this, and I don't know why, because it's a really, really cool piece. If this wasn't so easily available, I would actually give the value a 4 out of 5, but because you can still get it for retail, I think 3 out of 5, especially now that Season 3 is launching. We just watched Episode 2 the other night, which he was awesome, wasn't he? So I think I have to give the value a 3 out of 5. What do you give it?
3.
Is it because I said 3?
Yeah.
All right. So does this have the X Factor? If you're new to the channel, then that is not a cumulative score, but it's how much do you like this piece overall? So 1 through 5, how much do you like this piece overall?
6.
You like it as a 6. Okay. Of all your Baby Yoda pieces, what do you like? Which one do you like the best? This? Really? You like him better than the Swarovski or Lego or Sideshow?
No. Swarovski.
Swarovski you like the best? Okay. So anyway, I am a big fan of this as well. I think it's awesome. If you have a Star Wars collection in quarter scale, I think this has to go with it. And granted, I do know there are a lot of Mandalorian statues that come with a Baby Yoda in quarter scale, but I think having this like behind him or something like that would be really cool. Like I said, if you want to pick it up, there is a link in the description below. As a disclaimer, if you click on that link, I get a kickback to pay for all of the statues that she wants. She wants a lot, right?
I do.
See, she does. You heard it. I have to buy her more. We will be giving all of these statues away, plus additional ones, at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. To win one of these statues, all you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, you've hit that bell notification, and then just drop a comment below. Every 5,000 subscriber milestone, we are going to do a random drawing and pick a random comment and give one of these statues away, plus some additional ones I'm not showing right now. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. Hey, thank you for tuning in. More thank you to my beautiful right here. I really appreciate it. She really wanted to do this. I know it looks like she is tied to the chair, but so for her alone, please give the video a like. Please drop a comment. And if you like stuff like this, subscribe to the channel. Anything to say?
No.